Hello everyone, I'm Catechus Gaming, and today we will be continuing Breath of Fire, the Super Nintendo version. Last episode, we woke up to find our home engulfed in flames due to a Dark Dragon Clan attack. Heroically, our sister Sarah went to face them alone, but was captured. Full of anger, our protag Ryu left his home in search of Sarah, only to free a nearby town of Dark Dragon control. This episode, we will push forward to the next town, Nanai, to stop their earthquake machine and meet our next teammate. Now sit back and grab some snacks as we continue this adventure. Alright, now we're currently in Camlen Castle town, where we just defeated the frog boss that was ruling over the castle in our chubby little king's stead. Afterwards, an earthquake hit, and they suggested we head over to Nanai, conveniently just across the river there, to see if we can put an end to the earthquakes that they're causing. However, to do that, we're going to need to make sure it's nighttime before we enter the town. So this episode's to-do list is going to start with head to Nanai, get sneaky, stop the earthquake, and then see where it leads us from there. Now with our lovely new gear that we found in the castle, these fights are going to be real easy. Most things are going to go down with a single hit. And conveniently, all we're fighting are slimes. This area, more than slimes can spawn. Same thing around Drogon, so can fleas and bullas. So many little critters to kill. Okay. Now that we've arrived and the overworld is at nighttime, we can enter Nanai, where this little guy is just fast asleep dreaming up a storm. Otherwise, he'd be awake and prevent all passage. Now, one thing I want to point out, see that guard up there that's not asleep? We gotta stay a certain distance away from all of them, or else they're gonna throw us outside of town and we gotta redo everything we just did. So for now, we're gonna sneak our way in and make a pit stop at the inn. Not to sleep, but like Drogon, when we first woke up in the House of Fire, it has a cabinet that we can steal from. And take a strength potion for a permanent stat buff whenever we feel like using it. Otherwise, there's kind of a very specific path to take. See, if we would have walked any further, we would have been caught there. Keep sneaking around. Pop into this house. Would you look at that? Just chests where there should be furniture for a total of 300 bucks. I think they'd at least put that in their bedroom or something, right? Now that we're outside, we're going to want to hug this wall, but go straight down between these two pillars so we don't get spotted by either the left or the right guy. Here, we're going to want to carefully walk to the right, where we could, if we wanted to, sneak into the castle behind him there. We could technically continue on to the right here, and pop into the weapon shop, but they're gonna have stuff we want, but it's gonna be crazy overpriced. Like, they have the long sword, which is 12 more damage than our bronze sword. So, yeah, not great. But we can sell some of our extra stuff here, like the straw hat, don't need it. Wood shield, don't need it. We're gonna hold on to the suede item just for now. Nah, wait. See right behind that house? There's a guard, very sneaky. So we want to go this way. And there's nothing inside this house, but this house right here has another 2 chests, but conveniently not money, just herbs. So yeah, not really worth it to risk running all the way over here. So we're gonna pop back down and make our way inside the palace. Very carefully missing all of these guards. Now that we're inside, there's really nothing interesting on this first floor. There's just pointless rooms left and right. And if we go up here and up the stairs, it just takes us to the throne room. But there's no items, no people, nothing. Instead, we want to go into the dungeons. Listen to that sweet dungeon music. That's one thing I gotta admit. Even just being a classic JRPG, this game has some catchy tunes. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this area is supposed to be. Like, covered in lava, floating, clouds. Not entirely sure. But it's our route, and there are some good items. First thing we're going to want to do is cross over here. Pick up an antidote. And for the most part, nothing really new to fight. Now that we have the antidote, we want to make our way south. Oh good, we can just one-hit them normally now. And the money we're getting isn't too bad either. All the way up here on the left is another 650 bucks. Should we make our way back down to this bottom area? We're going to skip the first ramp up and take the second for another item. A BSTN. So STN items, there's F, B, and C, are one-use spell items. So yeah, you can use this item during battle. Not a very good description, but what it does is it casts Thunderbolt, which is a pretty good spell. and I'm just going to do a little bit of inventory cleaning. Keep my stat potions down there. Throw my healing on the left, my magic items in the middle. Feel free to do it however you want. Speaking of which, I should probably just use an herb. We're going to walk up this middle path and make our way to the next floor. Nice little transition towers here. Okay, now we're in a similar style map. First thing we're going to want to do is go right. Just like that, we're already up to level 8. This here we have the arm pad, which we can equip, which actually gives us magic defense in addition to regular defense, which is good. Oh, this is probably the worst fight to get into, because there are 2 glooms, each one can cast the bolt spell, so make sure to take them out very quickly whenever they show up. We should heal up before we continue. Now that we got the arm pad, we can pop down here and pick up this next chest for 70 bucks. Now once we follow the bridges to the south, you're going to want to pop left for another chest. An FSTN, which is a fire spell item. They are tiered for damage-wise, like the bolt. Fire's the weakest, cold's the middle, and bolt's the strongest. That chest contains a cure, which is a really good healing item. Now we just got to make our way down to the final floor. Where once we complete this dungeon, we get an item that we're going to use for a very long time. Because it's just busted in the beginning of the game. Alright, before we go any further past this line, make sure you're fully healed, because there will be a boss fight. Who disturbs my privacy? I'm taking over the world with this machine, and no one can stop me! Yeah, they're a little arrogant. So one thing to be careful of, this knight will cast lightning spells, so make sure to heal whenever necessary. Because of that, we're going to use our spell items. Let's start with the fire item. So yeah, just cast the spell. It will always do 40 damage, but they're one-use items. Now for fun, let's compare that 40 damage to the bolt item. Yeah, that does 80. Super awesome. Now he will use bolt spells himself and do 20 damage, and it's very, very annoying. So just make sure you always have 20 health. Luckily, we go first, so we can heal first. But we do not do a lot of damage. Okay, now that we're under 20, we want to heal. And then we just repeat till he's dead. Criticals are always welcome. Now there are items in the game to guarantee a critical for your next attack. They're called marble ones, and they're very rare for the first part of the game, but later on you'll be able to purchase them for a lot of money. Never risk having too little of health. It's not worth it to have to redo all of that dungeon again. Just always keep yourself topped off there. I wasn't talking to you, Knight. Wasn't talking to you. Thank you, critical. Okay, this is just getting frustrating. Even Ryu's like, stop healing, as he continues to critical. Hopefully we have enough healing, and he stops healing. crits help. So yeah, we were running it a little close here with only one stack of herbs and the spare ones that we found along the way. Ideally, you should always have like 2 or 3 stacks of herbs on hand. There we go. We've just entered second wind, and his is not that long. So we're home clear. And just like that, we win. And gain a level. How could this be? I've been defeated! Ah! I love that they explode. With the boss defeated, we can investigate this machine and take the key from it. Doing so deactivates the earthquakes and locks our path to the south. So our only means of escape is this circle here, which is a portal. So apparently we didn't take the key outright and it destroyed the entire town. As we suspected, the device within the palace was causing the earthquakes. Let's go. The king is waiting for us. You gave up Nanai to destroy the forces of dark dragons? It was a tough choice to make, but results show that you are a true hero. Travel east to Windland. There you'll find a cave to another kingdom. And we have our next target. Now, one thing I'm going to do is, since this top left is the most important spot, I'm going to move the E key, the earthquake key, there. This is one of the goddess keys, but it can also be used in battle. How's our health, actually? Decent enough, but we should still save. Because now that we've beat Nanai, you're going to want to be kind of stingy and careful with the money. Because we need, I believe it's 65,000 at one point. Now we're going to get a huge chunk of that just from chests and whatnot. But we're still going to have a bit to make up there. Now that we're in an enemy fight with more than one, I want to show you why the E key is in top left. It will do a flat 30 guaranteed damage to every single enemy in the fight. Every time. It cannot miss. It cannot be reduced. It is overpowered for this point in the game. Doesn't cost magic, it's just, hey, here's a minor earthquake, enjoy. I guess since we are the reason Nanai is destroyed, as you pass through, you should probably remember to pour one out for your homies. It's only polite, right? And continue up the slope. We're gonna ignore the cave on the left. Can't go through it anyway at this point. A guard will literally block our way. And in front of us lies our next destination. The windmill town of Windland, because they're very creative with their names. Now when we walk in, to the left is an inn, but there's really nothing in there. To the right is a save point, another building with nothing really in it. Instead, we're going to want to make our way to the second level here, to this rightmost house, and steal from their cupboard for another VPTN. Now this Vigor Potion does not stack, so if you're hoarding them like I am, you're going to want to just move it. Now we will get more inventory space when we get more allies on our team, but for now we're stuck with what we got. So now that we got that, over to the left here is an item shop where we can finally stock up on some things. You, madam, can sell me all of your herbs. Now, one thing I do want to point out, though, with the herbs, so we're up to 9. They'll auto stack, so we had, I think, 1 or 2 left, and all the ones that I just purchased auto stacked on there. So if you have a stack of 9 and you use it down to 1 and you keep buying herbs, your inventory will remain the same. They'll auto stack until you buy 1 more than the stack can carry. So again, I wasn't really joking. We're going to spend a lot of money on herbs. There's a bit of a slog for a dungeon, and I want a healthy supply here. That should be enough, right? How many we had? Okay, yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty. We're going to sell the dirk, though. We don't need this weapon anymore. And we have a stack of antidote, so that'll help out in the next dungeon. So like before, because I want to be organized, I'm going to throw all of these in a nice, healthy spot. Probably just going to keep the antidotes in the middle for now. Now this guy on the right is a storage. Because you have limited inventory space, you can deposit items that you want to keep but don't have room for, like these stat potions. And they'll just stay there. You can even deposit money, but there's really no point in that. So on the left of the item shop is the weapon shop. You check them out. And they have a bronze RP, which is for rapier. That's for somebody else's item. They have a suede hat, which isn't as good as our visor. Suede gown. Suede GN, which is a little better, but doesn't really matter. And then they have a chainmail. Now, chainmail's definitely better, but we're going to ignore it for now. If you want to buy some things, go for it, but I'm a pass. Now that we're done shopping, there's something fun you can do, or at least I think it's fun. So this little set of stairs will let you go in the water. Or sometimes this will be important. But if you just want to leave town quick, you can jump down the waterfall. And thunder gun it outside of Windland. But we don't want to do that. Now that we're in town, it's not really clear where to go, so the first thing we're going to want to do is head for the castle. All the way at the tippy top. Maybe the king has some heroic quest for us to complete. You want to see the king? Yeah, I'm a hero. Please wait here. Princess, the king has a visitor. Should I tell him the king is ill? No! If we're got out the king's been poisoned, our people might panic. Keep this quiet until we can get the remedy. May be very difficult to find. Princess, our visitor's been waiting. Show him to one of the guest rooms, please, and ask him to stay. Princess, are you going to look for the remedy alone? Don't worry, I can take care of myself. As she clomps on out like a frickin' at. I'm worried about the princess. I'll find someone to help her. Thank you. The king isn't here. Please wait until he returns. We have convenient beds with no doors to the room. Enjoy. Now with the king indisposed, and the only cure is a remedy, it looks like we have a new goal. We're gonna switch over and play as Nina for a bit, as she must do her part to save the king and the country. Now when we change to Nina, we get to keep all the items from the main character. So E-Key is back. She doesn't have much in the weapons and armor department, which is very frustrating. I was kind of hoping she could equip that, but she can't. That's my bad. But she does actually have magic. Nina is pretty much the white mage of this game, and as she levels up, she will start to learn more and more magic. Unlike the main character, who doesn't really learn spells in this game. Instead, he gets trained in spells, but more on that later. It'll be a while before he gets anything. But as Nina, we're going to want to clomp ourselves around the upper floor here. Because, oh no, Daddy Dearest. Since my illness, you've done your duties well. I don't have much time. Oh god, we gotta hurry. No more farting around. We gotta go. Too bad they just walk everywhere and not run. So over here, when we walk down the stairs, we can get a couple herbs, which is always nice. Over on the left side, we can open this locked door, pick up some gear for Nina, because she's not doing well. Suede hat, suede shield, antidote, and an herb. So let's gear her up. Yeah, now she's up to 37 defense, which is a good start. She's our white mage, so that means she's pretty squishy. And she doesn't do much damage. Her attack is really low, so she's going to make use of that E key for the longest time. Now down in the basement here, you're going to see a lot of chests in the ground, like this one down here, which we're going to take. For a free antidote, free herb. And this is where the guards hang out. Nothing real interesting down there, And these guards here won't let us walk through. Which sucks. So yeah, we can't reach those 4 chests, and even once we can get back to that area, it's behind a locked door that we can't open, so we have to wait till our thief to be able to open that door. And now with Nina as our main pro tag, we're gonna sneak out of the castle. Should probably stop by the weapon and armor shop, though. See if there's anything she can utilize. Yeah, she uses items like the bronze rapier, and that'll... Honestly, we're gonna spend $800 to raise her attack too, but it doesn't matter. She's not gonna attack with a weapon. She's only gonna use the earthquake key. She already has that hat. She doesn't use a shield. Now armor I will give her, because she's very squishy. She can't use the visor. I don't know why I clicked on that. And she's done. So now that we're Nina and our pro tag is asleep, we gotta find the remedy to cure the king's illness. So what we're gonna want to do is head out of Windland and now enter this cave on the left. We heard what's going on. You can't make it on your own. We won't let you go through unless we go along. Okay? Yeah, sure. So yeah, we just got 2 temporary party members, which I'm gonna swap them around. Change their order. Now, yeah, so this changes who's in front and who's in back. Nina, being a spellcaster, squishy person, keep her in back. Now with our entourage, we can continue the dungeon. I say dungeon, but more of a pretty simple cave with a very important item. So we're going to want to come south first. Make liberal use of this E key while you can. So yeah, this part of the game is going to be easy mode. Free cure item. Let's see. A couple more chests down here. Got another suede gown, so we didn't really have to buy one. 150 bucks. So now that we have a party of 3, the game's gonna have usually more than one opponent. So auto battle isn't really a good idea. It won't automatically use the E key. So to continue the treasure hunt, we're going to want to go down keep going down the lower path to the north. And on the right here is another chest. So here we got another 70 bucks. Over on the left here, the eye ore, or iron ore. This is a key item that you want to make sure you get. Otherwise, you're going to be backtracking for it and trying to remember where it's located in the near future. So yeah, I just wanted to show off that Nina normally does like 9 damage. Again, E key. Change that 9 to a 30 that hits everyone for free. Now that we've gotten all the items on the southern path, we're going to want to head north and across this bridge. As soon as we kill 3 beaks. Across the bridge we get another herb, and it's pretty linear for a while. Gotta love that beautiful water texture in the background. Pop down here for another herb. Again, the chests aren't really that great, but the iron ore, make sure to get it. Before we pop up them stairs, we're going to want to head left. For the last chest, another bolt spell. Now that we're up the stairs, again, we're going to want to pop to the left before exiting for a CSTN or cold spell. Now that we're done in this dungeon, we're free to leave. Alright, now back on the world map. Our next destination is just to the left. The blighted town of Romero. But for now, first thing we're going to do is save. With the saved game in Romero, this looks like a good time to stop. This has been part 2 of Breath of Fire, the Super Nintendo version, where we destroyed a city. Hooray! Stay tuned for the next episode, where we will hopefully be a little gentler with the king. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it'll help the channel grow. Thanks.